Hey, what's up guys? Midnight Club Gamer here, and this is going to be some more Battlefield Bad Company 2 gameplay. So, pretty action-packed round we got going on here. Going to be some Arica Harbor Conquest, and preferably it's my favorite map of the game mode. So, we're going to be using the XM8 prototype assault rifle. Going to be running Magnum ammo, the lightweight pack, and the 40mm shotgun, which comes in handy, I must say. I'd recommend using the 40mm shotgun, especially on Arica Harbor with the close quarter combat it does produce. And you'll see a lot of close quarter combat going on here in this round. And the reason I like this map is obviously because of the close quarter combat, and you also get a lot of action-packed rounds like this one. And this round, both teams were going at it equally. They were really going in strong, and there was a use of a lot of explosive weapons. I don't know what was up today, but a lot of PlayStation. Every round I went into, there was just a lot of level 50s using a lot of explosives. Not that I have a problem with it, but it does get annoying after a while when you have a level 50 launching just random M2 Carl Gustavs at your face. But all fine with that. Got a pretty good gameplay here. So we're going to be talking about, is camping okay, and the tactics of Conquest gameplay, because a lot of people do not know how to play Conquest correctly. So I'll just be browsing over that slightly. So the people that I'm playing with today is SimRacer13 and FlamzYFDon. I just met up with FlamzYFDon. He just added me a couple days ago, and I'm pretty sure he's one of my subscribers. Great player, and he's usually near the top of the leaderboard every time, and he knows how to get those objectives down on Rush, and he's also a great player on Conquest. So overall, great player, and I'm had a good time playing with him today. So today we're going to be talking about the tactics of Conquest gameplay, and I'll be talking about that first. So on Arica Harbor, the map layout is a linear map layout. And the most important thing on linear map layouts with the flags is you always want that middle flag. So keeping that middle flag is really important, because you can branch out on both sides, and you can either go to A or C and take those. But the ideal condition in Conquest is to have two flags and let the enemy have one. A lot of people think that you need all flags, and that's not necessarily true, unless the flag that the enemy has is the middle one, because you want that middle flag. Now, other Conquest maps have a triangle layout, and every single map has a flag that is the most important. For example, on Laguna Alta, the most important flag, in my opinion, is either A, the flag with the barn, or C, the flag which is in the hangar. So those are the most important flags, in my opinion, on that map. And the reason for that is the hangar has the UAV, and it just gives you a high point for snipers. A lot of snipers like to go up there and camp out. And A is right in between the enemy bases, so both opposing sides come in rather quickly, and they usually battle it out between A. So that's another high point flag, and you want to keep that secure as well. So you see in Conquest, it is actually pretty complicated. A lot of people play Rush just because they think it's more tactical, but Conquest is actually a very tactical game, and it's very enjoyable. There are points where it does get boring, because both teams have to be rather equal to each other in strengths and skill for the game to work properly. And sometimes, or most cases, that doesn't happen. This game, we did get lucky though. Both teams were really active. It was very action-packed, and we were really flinging all we had at each other. And those games are really enjoyable on Conquest. But you also get a lot of games where you're either getting absolutely teared up by the enemy. This happens a lot on Arica Harbor. I'll be joining a game, and it'll put me in a game where I'm on the team who's just getting absolutely murdered on the battlefield. Like, the takeouts will be 325 to 40, and we're just getting absolutely spawn killed in our own base. And that's why sometimes people don't like playing Conquest, is the irregularity of the gameplay. And I do agree it is annoying sometimes, but I do find Rush annoys me as well. And it also comes back to being a versatile player. A long time ago, I've talked about versatile playing, and it comes back to that, because you have to enjoy every gameplay mode, and you have to enjoy every weapon, and that's what I like to do. So I like to experience every gameplay mode. It just makes you a better player, and it makes you more aware. There's a lot of big players that can play Rush, but they have not a clue how to play Conquest correctly, and that's, you know, it's kind of disappointing, really, to me, because a lot of people, the higher levels, you should learn from them. You should look up to them, and a lot of higher levels show a lot of no skill or bad tactics or bad playing style. and it's quite disappointing sometimes to see level 50s using noob weapons, or you know, level 50s just camping out back shooting off rockets, and it's rather annoying to me. It kind of gives the level 50s or high levels a bad reputation, but you know, that's just the way it goes, and you can't really change that. So back to Conquest gameplay here on Arica. Right now we have the ideal condition. We have C and B taken, and we're just letting them come spawn out of A, and that is the best way to play in my opinion. You don't have to go in and take A, just leave it there and let them spawn back, because their spawns are closer. A lot of people think that, oh, you want to get them as far away as possible from all your flags, but once you get them back in their spawn, they start rooting out into other places and they start getting behind you, and that's when the game starts going back over again, and they'll start taking C, they move back to B, and you have to do your whole mission all over again. But if you keep A there, they'll just keep spawning back, and it usually works out rather well. So now we're going to talk about, is camping okay in certain times, and right now is a perfect example of I would call this camping. If you're sitting on a roof for a long period of time, that is pretty much camping. And the reason why it's okay is we have 2 flags taken already, and we're in the process of taking the other flag. So the only reason I would move right now is if I could not find anybody. It'd be extreme camping if there was nobody at all. I was just sitting here just for the heck of it. But since there's a lot of people there, and everybody else is doing the same thing, your team and the other team is also camping a lot. They're also sitting in buildings. They're using the cover like they're supposed to. So you may as well. If you just run out in front of the street, if you do that close quarter combat that I like to do, you will probably not do that well. So you gotta adapt your gameplay, and sometimes you gotta play the gameplay style that you don't really like to do, but sometimes it does work better than other times. And usually camping back like that only should be used like you saw there, where both teams are really going hard at each other, and they're in buildings just doing firefights, blowing down walls, really giving it to each other. That's the only time I'd use that that camping tactic. So as you see there, I go 47-9 with a 5.22 KD ratio. My video question for today is, what is your favorite game mode? Conquest, Rush, Deathmatch, or Squad Rush? And also put down below, what would you like to see next from me? That'll be it for me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the commentary, and play smart on the battlefield.